Welcome back to Mark and Jamie's vlog here as we document the trip to Zambia.
Yeah.
Coming up here soon. It is February.
It is February 11th.
All right, and we leave June 26th, arrive June 28th.
Yes.
Wow, time is flying. But
it is flying.
We just wanted to catch you guys up what all is going on with us, where we're at in the moving process, and share some of the wins. So yeah, we got a little topic list over here.
Yeah, so this past week we had, well, I guess it's been a few weeks since our last video. So a lot has happened, a lot's going on.
Yes, a lot is.
We had an ANZAM package come, which was really exciting. We had a bin that we filled with a bunch of stuff that we want to ship over to Zambia, stuff that was sentimental, that we really wanted to bring over with us that we can't just put in a suitcase. So we filled this bin up. Mainly it was filled with an electric scooter that Mark wanted to bring over.
Yes. It is our main means of transportation once we arrive. So we'll have something just fresh out the gates, because over there's not used car lots per se. It's more like a Facebook group where you find a used car, and a lot of them are priced pretty high, unfortunately. So this will be something that we can have waiting for us, put together real quick, and be able to zip on over to my parents, because they're about a mile away. But it'll just be a lot easier.
Yeah, so this bin, we packed it up. We have some pots and pans in there, random stuff.
Bed sheets
were
a big thing.
Yeah. We have a neon sign that said the Sturries. It used to be above us, but we packed that in there. We packed a couple photos and just sentimental stuff too. And some random guy picked it up.
Oh my gosh.
That was an interesting.
All right, so let me just give you guys an idea of this. So it was a $70 bin. This package is transported by size, not weight. So we fit as much as we could, cutting boards, they had our name engraved and stuff from our wedding and stuff, pictures off of our wall, like she said, the sign. So got all this packed up. It was supposed to be picked up, and then it was supposed to be picked up the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. A whole week went by, and then this guy finally showed up. Shout out to ANZAM. I know they do a lot of great work, but pretty much this large, think about the largest plastic container you can. I'll put a video here. But so we took that, padlocked it 6 times, put an Apple tag in there with it all, put it out in front of our apartment on the third third floor. And this one guy was supposed to come when I was available to help him get it down from the stairs. But unfortunately, he showed up an hour late when I left for work. And our ring video, which I think I can insert here, if you wait till the end, you will hear the crashing of all of our stuff down the stairs. So we just hope that it makes it. The Apple tag has been a little spotty. Last we saw it was in New York 4 days ago. So I think it's on the boat now. And
it'll take 3 months. 4 months to get there.
Yeah. And
it's just so crazy, just the process. It's not even a very accurate address, It's not in the States how you have an exact number. It's kind of a address. It's it's off this turn of this dirt road, and
look for a large
tree. A large tree. Whatever. It's not. It's Lord willing, it's gonna get there.
We're not expecting it, but it would be nice if it made it.
Yeah, it would be really exciting if it's there. So we'll see.
Yeah. So another one of the cool things that we're doing is we're having video conference chats with my brother and his wife.
Yeah.
They did this I think 9 years ago. And David, obviously from the same family as I am, 3rd generation missionary, and married an American girl just like I did, who never thought that they would be doing that. And now they have 3 kids over there, 3 little boys, and they're raising them over there successfully. So
so it's been cool, talking with them every other week, just on the weekend, just to talk to for an hour with them, and just I don't know, start relationships, start community with them, and start figuring out just life over there, get tips, some experience, you know, have just someone to help support and talk to through this transition of moving to Africa, which is crazy. And
they were telling us a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Today we were talking about like, don't come in thinking you're going to solve all the problems, by which no means we do. But at the same time, our excitement definitely, like, we want to help. So, like, plug us in right away. But at the same time, they're like, slow and steady wins the race. Like, take your time, get established, learn the culture, learn the language. So, as much as we're going to want to change the world immediately, we're going to have to realize that, you know, people have been doing this for a long time, and we're not going to change Zambia. It moves a lot slower than America. The busyness here is everyday plan, but at the same time, there are other ways to do it. So
and it's good to rest. You know, like it's easy to be like, oh, we want to start working here right away, start working here, start in this aspect, but it's like, no, like you just want to get used to like being in a new house. You want to get used to like driving to the store, like having neighbors, having family around, like just getting used to a new environment instead of like go. So they were kind of telling us that a little bit today.
It will be a shift, which will be nice.
Yeah.
Because
it'll be nice, to slow down.
Yeah, definitely feel the hustle and bustle here. Another one of the cool things that just happened was we had a Disciple photo shoot. So Disciple is the brand that we started to win souls and make disciples based on Matthew 28:19. It is an apparel brand, Christian apparel brand focused on athletics. We just had an entire new men's and women's full line of apparel. We moved from one shirt that we had in our store to tonight. We should have a full update of all the products in our store as far as coming soon. And we kind of just started that in order to bring awareness to African missions and support not only the clinic, but us long term. So 25% of all profits go directly to the clinic at the moment. Malaria fund for treatment for anybody that comes into our clinic, gets treated, and does not have the funds to receive the malaria treatment. And that is, you know, a huge killer over there, especially for younger kids. So it is nice that we just have like a pot accumulating for money to be pulled from directly through Disciple to be able to save some people's lives. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Website is disciples.us. And you'll be able to see our new products that are going to be up, a bunch of women's stuff, which is super exciting. It was cool to like have a photo shoot and have people come together and just bless us. Honestly, it's been a huge blessing. Just the people that have come to support and been like, I like what you guys are doing. I want to be a part of it. I want to help you guys. I just want to see the mission grow. That's really cool when you have an idea and you see people go out of their way just to help. They don't get anything out of it, but just the Lord. Yeah,
and the satisfaction of knowing that they're playing a part in something bigger than themselves. Yeah. And God loves to do that, and He loves a humble heart. And we had some really incredible a photographer and videographer, professional level people that charge a lot more than we even have, come alongside of us after we pitch them the idea and be like, guys, we love what you're doing. We'd love to, volunteer our time. And man, God has just like really come through with that.
Yeah.
Our photos looked incredible.
Yeah.
One of the guys his name's Emmanuel. So we're like, okay, God is with us. God is in this. And then we have Maurice and his lovely newlywed wife, Jaslyn, and she is a sweetheart, and they just came together and were just hyping us up, hyping each other up as a couple. It's so cool to just see like the cohesion of different followers, just come around a common goal of winning souls and making disciples. And, it was just, in my eyes, something that would make God really proud as a dad, just to see all of his kids from different walks of life just...
Yeah. It's a good perspective.
Tell people about Jesus and how much he loves them, because he does. And you don't have to be perfect to be loved. So. And
we set up a table. Yeah. That was super exciting.
Yes.
So we drove to Greensboro, North Carolina, which was like 2 hours away. And we set up a booth, had like a banner, Disciple, had t-shirts for sale, had bracelets that we were handing out, and it was outside of
Core Life.
Core Life Eatery in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Which is really great, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. You guys should totally check them out. They're like a kava / yatha. Really great.
Yeah.
Authentic food. It feels like you're walking up to like a market with all their fresh foods out and everything.
Very clean, very yummy. We got to eat the food. It was so good.
And Jose gave us a free meal, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jose.
Yeah, it was awesome. And so we had coupons. We got to hand out free drinks for all the people that were walking into the restaurant and hand a business card. And then they would come and visit after they ate lunch. And we were so encouraged. This was our first time ever doing it.
Yeah.
All of our sales so far has just been online and through like word of mouth
And friends and
and
loved ones.
stuff.
Thank you guys.
So this was like random people on the street that immediately were like, we love what you're doing. Can I buy a shirt?
Yeah.
Like, when are you going to drop new stuff? Like, we want, to just know more. We met some people that are on the board of YWAM Ministries.
A lady that was,
So random, and it was just so cool to see, like, we prayed for people. We heard people's testimonies. We connected, on Instagram, and we're able to get like church information for like future mission stuff and partnership, and it was so encouraging. It was so awesome.
And not gonna lie, guys, a lot went wrong. There were definitely stressful speed bumps in the road. It was like, did we remember this? Do we remember this?
Yeah.
Why is our credit card machine not reading anything that we're doing? Like, why is it requiring a PIN all of a sudden? What are you doing, Shopify? And of course, Shopify doesn't have any phone number to call. You just email them and hope you get a response. But obviously, we were like, morning of, we had already done this run through, thinking it was going to be smooth. And we're just like, oh. So as small of a day that it was, with only selling 4 shirts from 3 different people, it was really beneficial.
It was exciting.
It was really encouraging, and it was cool to like iron out those creases just for the next time. We found out people that are going to lunch after church are not necessarily looking to buy something, but at the same time we can adjust and pivot from there. But yeah, moving right along. You want to shout out the fact that we got a really big donor?
Yeah, so we have some friends that we've made here in Charlotte, a couple that we met through another church and their ministry, and we were just like, hey, we started going to this other church, Vision. Do you want to come to Vision? And so we got them plugged in. They started joining our young adults group. They have just like
they've gone on to lead in this new church that we're going to now at Vision Church. Shout out to Vision Church if you're in Charlotte, hit it up, but get there early. It's packed. But yeah, they really surprised us with their generosity. Yeah. And it was a large lump sum, and that has provided finally a year's salary for us to be full-time African missionaries. So incredible praise to God. Yeah. Just as we've continued to like just tithe in our little, just like, God, this is what we got. We're being obedient in the small so that you can like just really help out in the long term and really just show your hand of glory and just all your power. And he has not turned a blind eye to us, and he is really honoring that. So I just recommend, if you're going out on the mission field, don't stop tithing like logic and the enemy will tell you to, but at the same time, God wants to know that the money that comes through your hands is going to the right places.
Yeah. And I'm like getting emotional right now because like so much of this is, people telling you like, why are you doing this? Like, this is crazy.
You shouldn't be doing
this is insane. This is unstable. This isn't a right financial choice to move across the world. Like, how are you going to live? Are you making a living? Are you making a salary? And it's like, no, we're just trusting in the Lord that he's going to provide. And I think, and like Mark has shown me that so much, and what it's like to just trust in the Lord, because that's what you have to do. And so just seeing like people want to be involved. People want to donate. People want to sponsor. It's just a huge blessing. It's so encouraging. Like, we now are fully funded for a year to live out in Zambia, and we're still, several months away from moving out there. And that just blows my mind that the Lord has already done that He's provided a way. And we are just very, very, very thankful.
Yes.
The devil's going to try to attack. The devil's going to try
and he
to...
has been.
Absolutely.
That's why we haven't been vlogging.
Yeah. It's like we haven't... Yeah.
There's just been several different things that have come up. Even, like Seek and Save was yesterday morning, and it's something we're super excited about that our city was doing. And all of a sudden, right before bed the night before, we got in a disagreement. And that's the reality of not only marriage, but moving out to the mission field. It's like the devil says he's going to prowl like a lion, nipping at your heels and distract you and get you off course. And, we serve a bigger God, but, we've definitely seen those attacks. But yet we are still here, still making this video, still being vulnerable with you guys, and just trying to share what all God's doing in our life. Because, from the beginning we have said, this is what we feel called to do. This is what we're doing. Whether we get on that airplane and don't have $1 in our account, I will trust that just like Peter stepping out on the water, God will provide a way, as long as we keep our eyes on Him. And God has not waited until that moment. He has blessed us with the security and peace of knowing that we already have that months out, she said. And that's just a really big blessing. To shout out to all you guys that have just been amazing stewards with what God has blessed you guys with. And just from the bottom of our hearts, we couldn't do it, what we're going to be able to do without you. And to have that peace moving into it is just so amazing. So thank God. Thank you guys. You guys know who you are. But our last point is a big deal coming up on Friday. And Jamie's going to be a little lonely. I'm going away to a conference this weekend. It's in Houston, Texas. It's called the M3 Conference, Mobilizing Medical Missions. And it's funded, and I heard about it by a really awesome philanthropist, Mark Gearson, up in New York. And he has put on this event just to promote African and worldwide medical missions. And it's been really cool because, again, logically, it didn't make sense for me to buy a plane ticket and take off work to go. Because we're trying to save up. But at the same time, it was like, God, here am I. I'm trying to get in the right circles. I'm trying to network. And so I reached out to my best friend, Chris Granzo, and him and his family have been very instrumental in the funding of the clinic in the past 3 years. And thank you guys very much for your generosity. But he is driving all the way from Florida to Houston to meet me over there and help me network with some of the top dogs in this world. It's a very close-knit group of people that are in the international medical missions realm. And in my eyes, they're all superheroes. I'm going to be rubbing shoulders with surgeons and doctors and organization leaders and world leaders in their own way, just from everywhere, and staying at the same hotel. That was even another cool God connection. I called the conference to try and link up with some of the speakers, and the lady's like, "Oh, we know who you are. We know who your family is. Me and my husband have actually volunteered in Tenwick Hospital in Kenya, which is where my dad's dad started, and that has just birthed, a favor over me walking into this conference. They're having me picked up with an Escalade and driven to my hotel, which is right next to the conference, and then dropped off back there. So it's just been really cool to be like, okay, God, you want me to do this? You got some things here for me. You got some people to connect with. And I've already had some really awesome conversations with some of the keynote speakers that Miss Linda Moore has put me in touch with, and just been an awesome liaison in that. And just super excited to see what God's going to do this weekend. So definitely more updates to come. Just wanted to share with you guys what all God's doing in our life. And Jamie just had a birthday. So, how old are you?
Birthday. I'm 27.
27. She looks 17, but she's 27.
I was told that
yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, all things are going well. We're pushing forward. We thank you guys for your prayers, your support, and just watching this video and keeping up with us. Continue to check in, and we'll let you guys know what all God's doing. Thanks, guys.